This is why you should not, and I mean you should not just blindly follow the recommendations that you see in the Google Ads dashboard, and why you also need to be really careful of the recommendations that you get when you get a phone call from your friendly Google Ads rep. Now I'm going to show you a real life example of what happens very quickly in a Google Ads account if you just blindly accept all of these recommendations. And I do want to give a warning for small business owners that the results that you're about to see can be really triggering, because in this case the owner saw their ad spend double, but they only got a third of the conversions that they were giving previously. Now I'm going to show you those results very soon, but I do want to make it clear that I don't want this video to be a big beat up on Google Ads, because I do like the platform, because it has helped me to not only build my own business but also countless other businesses. But my two biggest frustrations with Google Ads is their customer service, or should we say lack of customer service. I don't know another company in the world where you can pay thousands and thousands of dollars to and you can't make a phone call to get any level of service. And then my second biggest frustration is the recommendations tab. And the reason for why I see this as a real danger is because it does make it feel like it's an instruction manual. And it makes sense. We just got a new TV not too long ago, and as soon as you turn on that TV for the first time, it gives you different pop-ups and recommendations of how to get the best experience with that TV. And unfortunately, that's how a lot of people view the recommendations tab, especially when you're new to Google Ads. If you're a small business owner just starting in Google Ads, you may not be able to afford a freelancer or a Google Ads marketing agency. So you start Google Ads by yourself, and you get all these pop-ups in your Google Ads account and you just think, hey, this must be what we have to do because Google is giving the recommendation and they own the platform, so they know best. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into that screen share. We're going to show you that extreme example of what can happen when you just follow all of Google Ads recommendations. And what we'll also do when we're in that screen share, I'll also take you through the recommendations tab, how to turn off different auto apply recommendations, and which recommendations you should pay attention to and which ones you should ignore at all costs. But also what I wanted to do is I wanted to help you further because I want to give you access to my Google Ads optimization checklist, and this is better than the Google Ads recommendation tab. And the reason for that is because it lists all of the different optimization actions that you need to complete, but more importantly, it also lets you know how often you need to complete those optimization actions. And if you want access to my Google Ads optimization checklist, all you need to do is to follow that link in the description below. But with all that said, let's now jump into that screen share. So what we're looking at here is you're looking at data in an account from July through to February, and this account was running well. I do want to make it clear that I was not running this account, but they took it from an external account and then they ran it internally. And when they ran it internally, they had a younger staff member who basically just started to accept all of the different recommendations that were coming up in this recommendations tab. And what I want to show you from here is you can see that their costs just skyrocketed, and it picked up at from where they were spending $1,700 a month. Down here they're spending $853, and it went up to $3,200. But alarmingly, what happened is that their conversions were running well. They were getting above 30 conversions a month, and then it just went down to 3, 4, 5 conversions. And then obviously look at the cost per conversion, going up to where they were getting, ideally they were wanting these conversions about $30, $35, so they were just above that mark. But once they implemented all of these changes, those conversions skyrocketed to over $400, getting close to $450 per conversion. So that's how extreme it can get. And that's why I'm saying to not just follow the recommendations tab. And what I want to show you here is you can see straight away what the problem was is that there was a whole heap of applied recommendations around, hundreds of broad match keywords being added, things like display expansion being added. We dive into it further, you can even see that they were adding in portfolio biddings just by taking the recommendations. And as we saw before, that just led to a skyrocketing in costs with a massive decrease in conversions, going from over 30 a month to 3 or 4 a month. So let me now just take you through how you can make sure that these things aren't happening automatically and which recommendations you should be focusing on. So the first thing you want to do is you want to turn off the auto apply recommendations. Now the way that you do that is you go into your recommendations tab. Just make sure that you're looking at all of your campaigns, because if you're in an individual campaign, you won't see this option. So go to all and you can see that there's an auto apply. And then what you want to do in this is you want to make sure that these are all unclicked, because if these are selected, what happens, say for example, if especially around the bidding, if you select these, you're giving Google permission to turn on maximize conversions bidding or add in different target CPAs whenever it sees fit. So with all of these, I just go through it and unselect all of these options. So that's the first thing you want to do. You want to turn off the auto apply. Then when it comes into the actual recommendations, the other thing that you need to take into account is that people really worry about this optimization score, but I just want to show you some things through here. So let's just say, for example, adjusting our budget, you can see that our recommendation score is at 50%. If we were to go straight away and dismiss that, I'll do it later. So you don't even have to give a reason. You can see straight away our score has jumped up to 60%. Once again, if we were to expand our reach with Google search partners and we were to dismiss this, once again, I'll do it later. You can see once again, our recommendation score has jumped up. So that's the first thing that you need to focus. You need to take into account that this optimization score has nothing to do with the total performance. Now, when it comes to the types of recommendations that you do want to be taking account of, especially anything around the measurement, so finishing up conversion tracking, that would be something that yes, you would want to take into account and you would want to fix up. When it comes to keywords and targeting, uploading your custom match lists, yes, that is something that I really recommend. And the reason for why that would be recommended is because that's going to put some more first party data into your account. But things about like adding new keywords, I don't let Google do that through the recommendations. The way that I do that is through our search term audits, where we do it manually. We go through into the search terms and then we're making individual decisions on which keywords to either, so when we select a different keyword, we can either add that as a negative keyword or adding it in as a keyword. You saw one of the main actions that really put this account the wrong way is that they were adding multiple hundreds of broad match keywords. And then when it comes into your ads and assets, with this one, for me, I still go through a manual split testing process. And what I'll do is at the end of this video, I'll show you a full video that I do around manual split testing. And the big one that you really want to look out for, and we've actually dismissed this one already, is in and around your bidding. So changing different bidding strategies and changing different ROAS targets. And because that one is a big topic as well, I'll also show you a video where I've got some extended teaching on that. So remember, when it comes to Google Ads, you do not just want to blindly follow Google Ads recommendations and apply those recommendations, because as I showed you, it can be really detrimental, not only to your Google Ads campaign, but also to your business. Like I showed you, you want to make sure that you go in and turn off those auto apply recommendations, and then you want to go through and manually do your optimizations. Remembering, if you need extra help with that, you can follow that link in the description below to get access to my optimization checklist. But as promised, what I want to do now is to give you those extra training videos. So if you wanted to see more about how to manually complete your ad copy split tests in Google Ads, go through and watch this video. Or if you'd like to learn more about how to get your bidding strategy set right, go through and watch this video right here. Once again, thank you for joining me. My name is Aaron Young from Define Digital Academy. It's been an absolute pleasure having you here, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. See ya.